Alright, hello everyone out there. It's time once again for some science news. I'm Caprolux and I'm here to give you the news. I feel it's been relatively boring this month, but I found this. A hunt for fungi might bring this orchid back from the brink. And I think bringing you know, maybe not in a Jurassic Park kind of sense, but I think bringing shit back from the dead / Extinction is pretty cool, pretty good. Let's dig into it, see what it's all about. Oh well, you know what? That's fine. Won't worry about that. If you ever come across a Cooper's Black Orchid in the wild, you probably would mistake it for a stick, or perhaps an odd potato if you dig a little underneath it. Unlike many other of its kind, this delicate flower is devoid of lush green leaves and flashy petals. Its stem lies on the floor of New Zealand's broadleaf forest for most of the year. Hello, Riven. How's it going? Let's see. Only popping up during the summer months, the blossom with pendulous brown and white blooms, and rather than growing a tangle of roots, the orchid sprouts a pale brown tuber. So what is this? Forget, okay, so I guess it is just that, or that's the one that was used for the article. Yeah, botany today, which I feel like I do more often than I'd like, but that is what we're going with. But yeah, pretty boring looking flower. I can understand why people would just walk past it, not knowing. Let's see, the chances of encountering Cooper's Black Orchid are getting slimmer. Fewer than 250 adult plants have been found since botanist Carlos Landbach identified the species in 2016. Damn. You know, that's something where we think like, oh, we've discovered all species or whatever, but we're still figuring out different species all the time. It's kind of nuts. Let's see, they live in only 3 sites across New Zealand. To make matters worse, feral pigs, rabbits, and other animals like to nosh on the tubers. And the forests where the orchids grow are being cleared for farmland. Damn, you hate to hear it. In 2018, New Zealand's Department of Conservation classified the orchid as nationally critical, emphasizing its high risk of extinction. Let's see, so at the Lyons Otari Plant Conservation Laboratory in Wellington, part of the country's only botanical garden focused on native plants, Landbach and colleagues are working to bring Cooper's Black Orchid back from the brink. From one of the lab's 3 fridge-sized incubators, conservationist Jennifer Alderton Moss pulls out dozens of petri dishes containing the orchid's speck-sized seeds and root-emanating tubers. Okay. So it sounds like so far just... I mean, we'll get into the details, but it sounds like just grown in the lab. Researchers dissect the roots under a microscope to look for fungi that could help the seeds germinate. Early in life, most orchids rely on fungi for essential nutrients and minerals. To conserve Cooper Black orchids, the team needs to identify exactly which fungal species supplies the plant with nutrients. Ah, okay. I actually didn't know that about orchids, that they rely on fungi to be able to live and grow. I wonder if that means that there's a lot of orchids over time that went extinct just because the right fungi weren't growing around the area. Let's see, DNA testing helps the team rule out known orchid pathogens. Potential candidates are then extracted from roots and grown on petri dishes. Once they're mature enough, fungi get paired up with seeds on another dish. Ah, yeah. That's another thing. A lot of big research on like microbiomes as well. Definitely a lot of new things being found. There's always something new. There's always something around the corner. Let's see. We're working with a rare species, so we can't just take hundreds of seeds. Yep, it's basically a lot of sample sizes. Like, can't just run experiments en masse. You gotta really be careful with how you plan everything out. Let's see, the team first tested its methods on Gastrodia sesamoides, a common orchid that also grows tubers. If we get it wrong, at least we're not causing extinction, she says. Okay, that's fair. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. So a bit brighter in color. Populate orchid, cinnamon sticks. Okay. That's a nice name for it. Cinnamon sticks. It took the researchers about a year of trial and error to find the right germination method for a Cooper's black orchid. Once they did, they had to wait for another 2 to 4 months for the seeds to sprout. Damn. Alderton moss removes a dish from a resealable bag and points out fungus, an orchid leaf for the fungus to feed on, and a few seeds that have now developed into light brown tuber-like grains. Cooper's black orchid may have finally found its perfect match, and Resintium bicolor. Let's take a look-see. So you... okay. So it's like a very kind of faint, white, mossy type. That is an excellent question. Let's see. Infects Douglas firs. Yeah, let's see what we can find about this. Here, we'll go to Scholar and see if we can't find some papers, huh? Alright, I'm losing my mind. Oop. Let's see. Volatile production during the course of fungal seed oil interactions. See population structure and responses to disturbances. Here. It seems like it'll be more about this one. Let's see. Outcrossing, supinate, Basidiomyces associated with root and butt rots of trees is itself only very weakly pathogenic. Distribution of genes among every spruce stump. 70-year-old. So apparently it's not. I guess it's basically not very. Yeah, I could loan Wolfram Alpha as well. You're right. But I suppose it's not very abundant. Ah, yes, the classic. Pay for something to get more information. Let's see. Actually, I want to see, does it say where it grows? No. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look on there as well. Damn. 1960 is the latest species authority. So I guess there really isn't much general public stuff that is done with this fungus. Potential biological control agent for Herobacindian inosum. I'm kind of hoping that someone's summary just shows me a little bit of info or insight as to what it is usually used for. Hello, killer. Good to see you as well. Let's see. Uses potential control agent for the conifer root rot fungus. Greenhouse pathogen seeds. You know, I didn't actually know that, fungi also were, you know, my expertise does not lie into the field of botany. More lies in, I guess you could say human studies and genetics. Not so much plants. But I didn't know that fungus was used for like a lot of pathogenic studies and such. See, strain of potential control of disease spread may arise, however, from occlusion of the pathogen from our parts of roots. Let's see, maybe we can go on in the article and we'll get a little bit extra. More into emergency. Fair. Let's see, commonly known as white rot fungus, our bicolor is a scourge on Douglas fir trees. Okay, so pretty bad for Douglas fir trees. A farm non-native tree in New Zealand, but seems to provide Cooper's black orchid seeds with the nutrients and minerals they need to germinate. Now, would this big question is, would this fungus be able to be grown like in a lab for such a purpose, or would it need to be cultivated on fir trees just to be able to get the fungus? Next step is to grow Cooper's black orchid plants from seedlings. That will reveal whether the fungus that helps seeds germinate is the one that sustains the adult plant. And this was just done with the other orchid, right? I assume. Sounds like they're moving to do it on the Cooper's black orchid after. So let's see, in the meantime, seeds and fungi are kept in a chilly slumber in one of the lab's sterile rooms. Seeds are stored inside an incubator at negative 18 degrees Celsius, while fungi are stored inside a cryogenic container with liquid nitrogen at negative 200 degrees Celsius. If we lose the orchid entirely, we have seeds banked in the lab. Yep, that's fair. A lot of good frozen samples, usually with like liquid nitrogen or something, if you want to keep it for real long term. We can at least grow it back. We know we can get that far. Okay, so this is the fungi shown feeding on an orchid leaf in a petri dish. Help the speck-sized seeds of Cooper's black orchid germinate. It's unclear whether the specific fungi support the tiny tubers to grow into adult orchids. To test the viability of banked seeds and fungi, the team plans to thaw them at quarterly intervals to see how much they'll grow. Ultimately, researchers want to seed wild areas with this plant-fungi pair to boost the population without all the lab steps. Fair. Not really worth bringing a plant back if it has to be done entirely through a lab each step of the way. Though there are still other factors to work out to make wild growth a reality, the lab technique is a powerful way to prevent extinction, Van der Walt says. Not only for the Cooper's black orchid, but other endangered species too. Okay. Well, let's see if we can't find the paper. Let's see. Cooper's black orchid. What was the scientist's name? Bach. See if they have anything put out on it. This was 2018. I don't see anything on it, so I don't know if we can really get into all the nitty-gritty details. But okay. Well, then in that case, I wanna learn a little bit about the fungi pathogeneticity stuff, because I want to learn how that works. see, where's the exact term? Being eaten. Black orchid from the brink. Let's see, I think it was this one. This is what happens when I start looking something up. I get way too many tabs and go in way too many different directions. And then all of a sudden, I don't know where I am. Here it is. Alright, let's see. Teach me, internet, about fungi. Pathogenicity. See, fungi that cause disease in humans are organism, The fungi are eukaryotic, pathogenic fungi are microorganisms. Approximately 300 fungi are known to be pathogenic to humans. This sounds like it's just talking, just about fungi pathogenics in humans. Which, you know, kind of already relatively aware about. Well, anyways. Yeah, let's see if that was in 2018. Oh, here we go. Haha. Duh, at the bottom of the page. Oh, that was the 2016 article. Okay, well. Let's see. Distinguished. Oh, well, it's just the abstract, isn't it? Yeah. Unless. Come on, give me that sweet, sweet knowledge. Ah, here we go. Okay, let's see. So they're looking at Gastridia or Orchidia. I guess this was when they. Okay, so this is just talking about when they discovered the orchid. Not exactly their work for bringing it back. So I guess they're still in the process of doing so. And can't really get too much information out of where they're at in that process, other than they maybe found a fungi that will work. Possibly. There it is. It was that one, right? Yep. Couperet. Well, neat. Hope it works out. Hope we can learn from this and also bring other plant species from the brink of extinction. Wasn't there talk about bringing woolly mammoths back like a year or two ago? Again, I don't know about dinosaurs, but I'm all for a relative Jurassic Park situation of trying to bring back like non-invasive type species. I think it'd be pretty good. Pretty good work. Alright, I'm going to reset the stream real quick. But then when I come back, we will start up some Axiom Verge 2. So just give me one quick second.